I thought I would just do another little herbal video here for the Two Hags Chinway channel. So this is Trish, and I just wanted to show you some red clover. So we were talking about red clover and how we used to take the little petals off like this, pluck them, and then suck on the ends because it's sweet. But when I did my herbal class, at the end of each year, so it was a 2-year course, at the end of each year we had to do a big paper, and the first year was an herb of your choice, and I chose red clover. And there was a reason behind that. 2 women in my family were going through breast cancer treatments, my mom and my mother-in-law at the time. And the second year of my herbal course, we had to pick an ailment and write a big paper on that, like how we would treat a person coming in with a particular ailment, and I chose breast cancer. And so you can see where this is going. Red clover for cancer and breast cancer, but I'll talk a little more about that. I'm just going to harvest it with my little basket here and my magical little bowling, but it's not really a bowling. I call it a bowling, but it's an actual carpet cutter, an antique carpet cutter that I found at work on a shelf that it'd been sitting there for decades, I swear. And so I asked if I could take it, and they said, yep, go ahead. And then I sharpened it, and so I'm going to use it to harvest my herbs. Oh. Well, I thought I'd check the path in our fairy wood here, and I didn't see any red clover, so I'm going to just use this for now until I have a chance to go over and get some more. All right, I have chosen a really pretty fully formed red clover with its leaves, and I'm going to press it from my journal, my herbal journal, my grimoire. I'm going to put that in here. So this is what I've been using for pressing flowers lately. Paper is perfect for drying the flowers. And then I put this underneath here. Because these are really heavy. All right, let's talk about red clover while I put these in the dehydrator. So, like I said in the previous clip there, when I did my herbal studies, I chose this plant for our big paper, for my big paper in the course, because clover is like a blood and lymph cleanser, and it is full of phytoestrogens. It is a member of the pea family, so good for anti-cancer, anti-inflammatory, coughs, arthritis. It's one of those great plants that does so much work for you. And I had read somewheres, and I haven't found it since, but it made perfect sense to me, that if you consume red clover tea or suck on the petals, which is what I said we did as kids, it helps build your immune system and helps with building an immunity against hay fever. And when I was a kid, I had terrible hay fever. And while I still have hay fever, it's not near as bad as it was when I was a kid. And I think this beautiful plant has something to do with it. Look how pretty that is. And the flowers and the leaves you can use. So we're going to put the leaves on there too. It magically, it has association with luck, you know, like the 4-leaf clover. If you find a 4-leaf clover, it brings you good luck. Back in the early days, they would carry red clover blossoms in their pocket for protection and good luck and money, to bring money in. So it has a lot of magical folklore association. And look how pretty that looks. So this is a plant that is definitely worth having in your herbal apothecary, especially if you're a woman. It helps with menopausal symptoms, and it helps prevent breast cancer, or it helps to work with breast cancer treatment. But of course, you know, do your research and ask a doctor if it's safe, because you just want to make sure that your body will tolerate it, or if your treatment, it's not contraindicated for your treatment if you're going through treatment. So, but it's always good to do your research. So I just have enough for one level here. I think I will be going out and getting some more, because it's a plant worth having a lot of, because it has so many properties and uses. I'm just going to throw in the leaves here. And when this is dry, I will show you what it looks like. And I'll show you what the my page in my grimoire looks like. Okay, I just wanted to talk to you too about some of my favorite herbal books that I have. So this is my grimoire, or Book of Shadows, if you will. And I'll show you one of the pages that I have. So this is what I'm doing in my herbal section of the grimoire. Isn't that pretty? So I'll show you what the clover looks like. But I wanted to show you a couple of my favorite books. So I'll talk to you about the Susan Wee. That's who my teacher studied under. So it is the wise woman way of herbalism. And I have all her books. I have this one, menopausal years. I have another one. It's on breast cancer, a whole book on breast cancer, herbal and homeopathic treatments to work with your empirical medical treatments. And this is just for menopause. And then I have a general herbal book, so from her. And it's really, really good information. So there's red clover, and like, I really recommend her books. Okay. The other one, this is like my absolute favorite, and you can tell I need to buy a new copy because it's falling apart. It's called A Druid's Herbal, and I have it open on the clover page. So she'll talk about the herbal use, the homeopathic use, magical use, and she'll tell you what the correspondence is of the season, which season it corresponds to, which planet, and that kind of thing. I love this book. Okay, so I got my herbs in my jar here, and if I press this down, I could get this down further, but I just thought to show you what it looks like without it being all crushed and stuffed in the jar. So years ago, I had bought a bag of red clover herbs, and the flowers were brown and the leaves were brown, and it came from an organic herbal supplier. It was very disappointing. So if you can harvest your own, definitely do that. So I messed up my label a little bit. Normally I would use this label for just the name of the herb, and then that label for all the medicinal uses. But once you get these labels on, you can't get them off until you like wash them in hot water and let them soak. So I'm just going with it. And yeah, so it's a red clover flower and leaf. Isn't that pretty? And I really tried to cram that in here. So it helps with fertility, hot flashes, basically female hormones. So before menopause, it helps regulate period hormones, helps with premature menopause, prevents and reverses breast cancer, builds immunity, repairs DNA, reverses precancers, improves, I'm not sure what that says, eases anxiety, relieves muscles and joint pain, makes skin supple and healthy, helps with osteoporosis and strokes. It's also an anti-inflammatory. This is bugging me. What is this? Oh, helps improve memory. Yeah, I had forgotten. I need to take some of this stuff. So that's red clover. Okay, so here's my red clover page, and I left a space here because I want to put the actual red clover leaf without the flower. So I'm going to put that here. Hopefully it fits. I might have room down here. But I thought this was kind of neat. I actually found this on the internet. In the first 3 leaves contained integrity, hope, love. The 4th, good luck. And the 5th, wealth. I don't know about you, but I've never found a 4-leaf, let alone a 5-leaf clover. But boy, howdy, wouldn't that be great? So there you go. That is red clover, and I hope you enjoyed this little video, and we will be back soon with another podcast.